Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So today we're going to be checking out The Witcher 3 on the Steam Deck, and we are just going to be checking out performance. Now I personally haven't played this game a whole lot. In fact, I haven't played this game. Last time I played this game was like a couple years ago. I've never beat this game, and where you see me now is as far as I got in this game, and I don't even know how far I am in this game. Also, before we get into the video, as always, I am using Steam Link to record the game as all my other ones, so there is a bit of a performance hit when using Steam Link on the Steam Deck, but that's what I have to use to record the Steam Deck's screen, so performance is going to be a little bit lower, but it's not really going to be significantly lower than when you're not using Steam Link, and sometimes it will create some bigger stutters once in a while, but not by that much. So what I do is I test the performance before recording with using Steam Link, so I play the game for like half an hour or so, and then I record some games so I have some footage to put in this video, and I do show the performance that I'm getting with using the Steam Link, but the performance that I'm talking about is when you're not doing anything but just playing the game on the Steam Deck. Alright, so let's get into the settings. Now, by default, this game has some default settings that I set it to that are just not good. They will drop you into the 20s and possibly the 15s if you keep them on. And some settings that, the rest of the settings can be on high, but these settings, and the settings that you want to lower are the hairworks thing. Anything about hair, just turn that either off or as low as it can possibly go, because that will drop your frames like crazy. And also turn down background actors instead of high, set that to normal, and those are the settings that I had. And with playing with those settings without the hairworks and the lower default or lower characters in the background, I played the game for about half an hour with these settings, and the game ran pretty well. It didn't run pretty smooth. It ran smooth. It ran above 30 frames per second most of the time. It would not go anywhere up to like 50 or 60, and it would basically stay around the 30s to low 40s possibly, but mostly between 30 and 40 is where the game was staying at. Now, me being me, I wanted to get the game running at 60 frames per second, still looking kind of good on the Steam Deck, and that just kind of wasn't possible. I lowered the settings a bit. I didn't turn them all on the lowest possible because I didn't really want to do that, but I did lower them to like all medium/low, and the game still didn't get even close to always staying at 60 frames per second. But the good thing is that playing on the Steam Deck with a smaller screen and the controller, or whatever you want to call it on the Steam Deck, is basically like a controller attached to the Steam Deck. 30 frames per second feels smooth on the Steam Deck, and the lower resolution looks just fine. It actually looks pretty good on the smaller screen, and it was a smooth experience running at 30 frames per second and the lower resolution. But if you want 60 frames per second, you will have to put all the settings on low, and you will have to make some tweaks to the game's files in desktop mode and change some settings to be able to basically play the game at a lower resolution than the game supports. Like playing the game at 540p, you might be able to get 60 frames per second, and then you use FSR, which is available in all games. As long as you can render those low resolutions in the games, FSR will automatically activate if you do have it turned on, and it will upscale the image and make it look nicer. But this game doesn't have 540p natively, so you will have to mess around with the files if you want to lower it at, or go to a lower resolution and play the game at 540p or below. But if you do keep hairworks off and the background characters to a minimum, and you still use the 800p resolution, some areas will run at 40 frames to 45 frames per second, but you're probably, if you do want a 60 frames per second, unless you do that, it's probably not going to happen. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment below, tell me what games you guys want to see running on the Steam Deck, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because you want to be subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time.